Happy and healthy altitudes to you. Hello, I'm Gianetti and I'm coming to you from Healthy Altitudes, Colorado. And I'm here today with Dr. Matt, and we're talking about some fun things to help you stay happy.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Matt talking with you from sunny and beautiful North Carolina and your peak mind. It's nice to be here again today, and it's nice to see all of you out there as well. Today we're talking about sort of a construct under which you can sort of organize your life, if you will. Psychologically speaking, it really helps if you come at your goals from a structure. And so I wanted to suggest a structure to you that might be useful. And Gary and I were talking about this as a construct, if you will. And we think we've got a pretty good one for you to consider. From my perspective, I think that you can think of this like a wheel. Think of the spokes on a wheel. And for me, three of the spokes of the wheel are intentionality is one. Yep, exactly. Intentionality is one. Your own self-worth is one. And finally, your own sense of competence is one. Now, just briefly, let's talk about those three different things. Intentionality is huge. You may have read a lot about this recently. There's been a lot of people out there talking about intentionality. And I want to mention intentionality as well. It helps you sort of provide a little bit of a measuring stick by which to measure your choices. So for example, your intentionality is, I want to stay fit during all this time of sheltering in place. What's your intention there? Is your intention to starve yourself? Is your intention to eat properly? Is your intention to just be healthy overall? What is your intention? And when you make your decision, whenever you have a decision to make, you can just sit back and say, what's my intention? And sort of flesh that out before you even make that decision. Now, if you do it often enough, the way you're thinking about things will actually just begin to come into focus for you. But if you use the lens of intentionality, it can really give you a hand. Gary, before I go on to the next spoke, do you want to talk about intentionality a little bit?
Well, I think with intentionality in terms of fitness and food, I'll take that approach. That'll be like our fourth spoke. Fitness and food intentionality, it comes back to one of the YouTube talks we did a few weeks ago when we talked about mindful eating. What's your intention for eating? After you do a workout, are you eating just because you're starving, or are you going to eat like an athlete? And think about how much protein you're having, how many carbohydrates you're having, and thinking about the intention of what you're eating and putting into your body after a workout. So that's one way to think about intentionality for food. After a workout though, before a workout, if you want to think about intentionality for your workout, you say, okay, well, what kind of a workout do I need to do today to supplement my other workouts in the week? So you're thinking about what kind of workout you want to put into it before you just get on a bike and pedal, or before you get on an elliptical and mindlessly move for a half an hour. Go into your workout with an intention. What's your heart rate going to be? What's your exertion going to be? Are you going to do 10 minutes on a rower, 10 minutes on a bike, 10 minutes on a run? Go into it with a little bit of a plan. So those are a couple of things I think are our fourth spoke, fitness and food. And that's what I'll try to add in and tie into this little talk. So there's a couple things.
That's perfect. And one thing to add to that is you want to think in terms of positivity, because you don't want to think in terms of I don't want to be overweight, or I don't want to be out of shape or something. Rather, think about where you want to be instead. What does the future look like for you? Sort of future pace yourself. Not, I don't want to be heavy, but I want to be slimmer, or I want to be more fit, or I want to be able to walk with my children, or I want to be able to walk with my spouse, or any of it. Something where you're future pacing, it really helps you. And if you use intentionality in conjunction with that, then you're not saying, oh, I want to lose 25 pounds. You're saying, I want to feel better. And actually, that little positive twist can motivate you quite a bit more. So just wanted to throw that little spin in there as well.
Great point. Very important.
Thank you. So the next thing is about your self-worth. And in order for your wheel to be not lopsided as it's spinning around, you really need to have an idea of self-worth as well. And, you know, in these days, these times, even when there's not COVID, people sometimes have some trouble with self-worth. A lot of the clients that I work with come forward because that's one of the things that's missing for them, their own belief in themselves. And self-worth is really important. And if you can live with intentionality and then live up to that intention, you're going to find that your self-worth will grow even more. And that's something that you really want to be intentional about and also mindful of. So self-worth. Next thing is, and the third spoke, is the idea of competence. And I'm saying competence, not confidence. Confidence is more related to self-worth. Competence is the idea that you know you can do something. You are capable of doing it. You know that you've done the math 1,000 times, and you know that 2 + 2 = 4. You know that you're a capable caregiver. You know that you're a capable leader, teacher, coach, parent, brother, sister, mother, son, daughter, whatever it happens to be, that you actually are aware and can actually feel your own sense of, this is something I know how to do. Now, you don't always feel confident in that. That's part of the self-worth thing. But when you do sit back and say, hey, can I do this? If you can say to yourself, I am competent, and feel good about that, that's something that you're going to make some great strides toward whatever your intention happens to be. And you can see when you think about those 3 areas, competence, self-worth, and intentionality, when you combine those things, your wheel is going to be spinning pretty well. But then when you add to your 4th spoke, take it away, Gary.
And so the wheel is always spinning, right? So those spokes are always moving, and there's different pressure going on to each spoke, right, as the wheel spins. So at one point, this side, this spoke might get more energy than this spoke, right? This spoke might get more energy than this one. So Dr. Matt, that's a really good point to include those 3 things with everything related to fitness and food, which is what I'm bringing in here a little bit. Intentionality we just talked about, but self-worth also. I think a lot of people, when they're having a pity party and they feel bad that they didn't work out, it's almost a downward slope. And they say, I didn't work out yesterday, I don't need to do it today, and I'm not even gonna bother. And that decreases your self-efficacy because you're not exercising it regularly. You like how I did that. You wanna exercise regularly. And that's why they call it exercise. So the more you do something regularly, like fitness, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, you're building up your competence, your belief in yourself, competence. You're also building up your confidence and that self-worth and your self-efficacy. And I think the more, back to the food point, the more you cook your own food, you're building your self-worth, you're building your competence as well. I know people, they don't even know the recipe for an ice cube. But once they can make an ice cube, then they say, oh, wow, I made an ice cube. Now I can make, an ice cube with some sort of flavoring in it. And those are a great snack in the summer, right? You can make your own ice pops, low calorie, great flavor. But so there's some things there that you're starting to build up your competence. I think that's really important. And I think that that's also really healthy to keep doing it so you get stronger mentally and physically together. So to the point too about self-worth, I think that that's really important in exercise. Having a positive mantra. I love the idea of quality of life. If you're a parent, for example, and you're doing this to be better with your kids, so you can play with your kids, so you can lift them up, you can get down and give them a hug, get back up, and pick them up. If that's your goal, having that positive mantra when you go to exercise, I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for them. Thinking about what works for you. And it can be individualized. That's a sports psychology concept that I use sometimes with athletes. And you probably do too, Dr. Matt. But that kind of that catchphrase, I really don't want to go run today, but this is for them. But this is for them. And if I keep that mantra in my head, then I'm going to go be more likely, maybe I won't, but I'll be more likely and successful to go do that. So that's my little 2 cents on our spinning wheel.
Excellent. And the intentionality of that is very important. So anyway, if you have any thoughts about those things, feel free to comment down below. And we're here for you to answer any questions at some other point. If you'd like to contact us, you have our contact information. But today, thank you very much for listening. And it's been great to be here, and have a great day.
Have an amazing day. Thank you, Dr. Matt. Be active, eat well, and stay happy for your life.